I want to switch the conversation a little bit. I don't know if you guys seen this video. Hit the internets recently. An alleged Stormzy lookalike.
Oh
God. Oh God.
Yeah.
What's that guy's name? I don't want to keep calling Stormzy lookalike.
Yeah.
Akwasi.
Oh, is it? That's the name.
Okay, Akwasi. I didn't like the video initially, innit?
Yeah, no.
Wait, which video do you mean?
The initial video why we know who Donnie is, innit? So
the one where he said, "Oh, I only got 5p for you," or something like that.
Yeah, my brothers asked me. They said, "Do you think this is rude?" And I was like, "I wouldn't even put it on socials. I wouldn't put it on socials."
I feel like he was taking the piss when he said, "Oh, I only got 5p for you." It didn't. It seemed like it wasn't from a good place.
And
then for you to post it on socials as well.
Yeah.
And the reason why he stopped him isn't because he's a homeless guy you wanted to give money to. It's because he's in your eyes a Stormzy lookalike. Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, Stormzy's like he was taking the piss from the gate, innit? Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I can't categorically say that 5p wasn't your last money in your pocket, but I think you're chatting shit.
Yeah.
Like you was trying to banter my man, and in a weird way, that was actually to his benefit because it backfired, and obviously a lot of people giving that guy flack on social media. And from there, I don't know how it jumped to like, cool, let's set this guy up a GoFundMe, and then before it spiral. And that's when I think like social media is wonderful because within a matter of hours, thousands of pounds are being donated towards this guy because we kind of want to maybe right this wrong or make sure we help him out. But now we're at a point where I think we're just about 30k now.
30 racks.
Wow. Yes, yeah.
I think initial target was 5k in it. So I don't know the rules with GoFundMe and like if you can close at a certain point or how it really works, but initial target was 5k. People kept on obviously donating and adding to the fund. But as like I said, social media is wonderful. The bad side of social media is like people want to do like the we gotcha moment where it's I knew he was always going to steal the money, or so now it's like, oh, where's the money going to? Is he going to get the money? Why has he not received the money? If Donnie's on the street, it's more than likely he's got habits, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think that's the person to give 30 bags to, because my brother around the corner is definitely going to be like, yo, man, have the food still, you know, like ASAP. ASAP. It's just the truth, bro. Yeah. You're on social media, I just gave you 30 grand. Yeah, I'll give you 10 of that still. I'll give you the purest.
Yeah.
The purest, bruv.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't want that to be the story like, okay, cool. We clean him up and then in half a year, in a year's time, he's back on the street. Yeah. That would
But it
be
seems
sad.
like from the other video, which I don't like that people keep recording this guy, because he doesn't look comfortable. From what I've seen, he doesn't look comfortable being...
But Donnie can't slap no one because he ain't got the bread yet. Like...
Yeah, and the guy is having to justify himself. I feel like now he's like having to tell people, oh, like, I want to go to rehab and everything, and everyone's like, yeah, well done, and everything. And I'm just like, this is a bit...
Yeah, it's weird.
But anyone wouldn't be comfortable, like, just a random person flashing their phone in your face. I don't know you from nowhere. Do you know what I mean? Like, imagine like being a homeless person. Yeah.
Humanity. Yeah.
Like the amount of scrutiny you get just for being homeless, and how people look at you, and you're just like at the bottom of society, according to a lot of people that walk past you on the like. In your everyday, looking at you're just like the shit on their shoe, and then you've got someone that's coming to film you all the time. Like initially, no one that's genuine will post that they're giving someone 5p. It's all to do with banter.
100%.
You know, that was the guy's purpose. So now, obviously, like you said, it's backfired. A lot of people were like, oh yeah, you know, he's got lovely cheekbones. Let's like, you know, let's start organising shoots for him. Like I'm saying,
oh really?
I'm like, right, like don't plan.
But is that what he wants?
Like
but
that's not what he wants.
Yeah, exactly. That's another question. What do you think of the people that are saying?
I think it's a little bit performative because you don't know him from nowhere.
Yeah.
Don't try and plan out his like. Yes, yeah, like to many, there may be like genuine desires there, right? Like there's genuine intentions there, yeah. But at the same time, no one like knows anything about
people
this.
People are trying to start their business for a good deed.
Yeah, that's what I'm
like,
thinking. Like you feel like people are trying to market themselves.
I do
slightly.
feel like I said, there may be reports like fans are saying that like they are genuine, but it's you don't know what he's on. I think the fundamental things would be a roof over his head, address whatever issues cause him to be on the street, whether it's addiction, whether it's some more sinister things, try and help out with that. Can we get a caseworker to look into
definitely
if it's like mental health issues, what's the next steps in regards to getting this person work? Because I'm sure, I would assume that the person wants to be self-sufficient, innit? You know, because that 30k can go very quickly and because I don't want it to be a thing where the person's back on the street in here. So can we ensure that this is a good starting point for them to fix their life, innit?
Yeah.
It's not going to be overnight. So if you do see Donny on the street drunk or high one day, it isn't an indictment to judge him, because if they've got addictions, they may fall off the wagon. Like, it's going to take time and effort and stuff, innit? So it's just seeing that through. And then if Donny decides that, hey, I clean myself up, I want to model, then cool.
Yeah.
But like Van said, like, don't plan my life for me.
Yeah, like, you don't know me from nowhere, and like people are going up to him. Like, did you get the money yet? Like, what's going on?
Wow.
Yeah, people are saying, let him know. I want him to model my stuff. I'm gonna DM you or stuff like that. And I'm just like, what?
Does Donny even
I
have
was
a phone?
listening to two queens on the pod, and they were saying about the fact that he's so visible right now that anybody could rob him. So imagine he has the money. Let's say he comes back on the street, he has the money, or people just like knowing where he is, they could just rob him. He's in a vulnerable,
take advantage of him.
He's in a very vulnerable position. And I saw one video where he was like, "Yeah, this is the station I'm at," and I was like, "Yeah, he gave out the address just like that." It really scared me. Like, it really, really scared me. But
It's hungry people on the net.
I also feel sorry for the girl who started the GoFundMe, because people are calling her a fraud, and I'm like,
it's a massive
it's
responsibility.
an awkward position to be in. Yeah.
But people are still donating to that Black Lives Matter UK fund.
What's
I don't even know the tea with that.
It's 1.2. You read out some of the
Did
names.
you guys
on
give
here?
to that?
No.
I didn't.
I just about to give to myself.
Like that?
No, fuck that. For what? I don't
Just,
know.
do you know the one we're talking about?
The
one
UK
where we
Black
don't know where the
Lives
money's
UK BLM. Yeah, but I don't know what happened. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I know that there was money and people are asking questions, but I don't know that the full in and out of.
We don't know where the money is.
Do you know what it is? Okay, do you know, to be fair, I made it at the height of suspicion.
Okay.
So maybe if it was like a day after the whole George Floyd thing, you might call me on a good day and I would have sent some money in it.
Yeah.
But when I met the fund, it was in the hundreds of thousands, and it already had all the like social media commentary about who are these people, where they're from, and the fact they weren't answering questions. I found out too. I read some of the names out. They ain't black. Put it that way.
Yeah, I didn't donate to them.
Oh my God.
I donated to the case of Belly Mujinga.
Yeah, me too.
And what's the young girl? Shukri?
Shukri Abdi. Stuff that I felt was actionable.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you still don't know.
I donated to that.
And I feel like at the end of the day, you know what it is? I understand why people are skeptical. We've been people have been corrupt. Like, a lot of stuff happens. But if you're giving with a good heart and you gave, innit? I'm not saying give blindly, be like, let someone rob you. But if you genuinely felt at the time that was cool and you gave, cool, innit? You know? Yeah. But we should definitely hold people accountable, though. And that UK BLM thing, I don't think we should stop talking about it. We need to find out, because a conversation that we'll have shortly, like all the stuff with the A-levels that happened recently, that would be a good starting point for like, cool, we'll take 50k out of this. If, obviously I know they had a U-turn, if all these kids need to resit their exams and need to pay for it, take money from that. I would feel comfortable with that. If I gave money to that fund, I'd be like, okay, cool, that's actionable, it makes sense. That makes sense to me, innit?
But like, since, you know, Coney?
Coney, yeah.
I've been a bit dubious about like helping like all these schemes and stuff. So, you know, it has to be from a friend or family who set up a GoFundMe. I'm like, okay, I can give to that. Because even when people message me like, hey Vic, retweet this, and I'm like, I don't know what you're doing. Like, I don't know you.
I can't understand.
I can't justify, like, let's say
you're trying to protect that blue tick. I see you.
Hey, self-interest at all costs, you know. I'm trying to protect myself. I don't blame
Not even. But it's true, we don't know people. And
you have to do your due diligence, innit? Yeah.
But it doesn't make you a bad person if you give, like you said, you know, the people who gave to the UK BL. Yeah. It doesn't make you a bad person if you
gave a pure heart, you gave, and no one can judge you, that you did what you felt was right at the time. And if you then later down the line get some more information and like you feel like you've been had, you learn your lesson now, and you just be more mindful the next time around, innit? You know,
and I think with this one, because it's such a sensitive case, it's like for the protection of us, innit, essentially. So when something so monumental as like tragically happened, you're gonna like your sensitivity charts are through the roof, innit? So you're just gonna do as you feel like this is here. You're not necessarily going to look into it, like you're not going to have that second thought of like, wait a minute, what if this is, because it's right on the moment.
They're tugging at our heartstrings, innit? People that do it to take advantage know what they're doing, innit? Because they know a lot of stuff's happening. People like, it's coming from a good place where I want to give, because we want to like see how we can fix whatever's going on, innit? So you want to be a part of this thing. You want to like, especially a lot of people call each other out on social media. Okay, you're only posting black squares. What are you doing? Okay, cool, I gave. I retweeted this petition. I signed up. I did something in it. and that's why people give, innit? And then that's the people that are aware of that, they're gonna take advantage, and that's just unfortunate human nature, innit? So.
What can we do to put pressure on them? Because
I didn't even know that they went black.
I didn't know that they went
That's
black.
scary.
Oh, the UKBLM people.
What are they, BAME?
I'm gonna spin the block again next week. I got some stuff. I'm gonna spin the block.
Spin the scoop.
I just see something. And not even from like a self-righteous point of view. I just want to know what's going on, innit? Your names are out there. I don't feel like they answered. So I think it was around the time of the most recent march in Trafalgar Square when like the whole EDL thing was happening, when Tom Robinson called out the football lads and stuff. They were really quiet and like weren't answering direct questions. Like you know, like you know them. You know, you watch African political debates and that, and they don't answer the question. It was like that. Direct question. I see them skirting around. They don't answer certain people or
political
only responding to certain people, and that's when my back was kind of up. So yeah, no, we got some of the names. We read them out when we had the episode of the guys from No Signal. I want to do a bit more due diligence before I go crazy and that. But we definitely need to have the conversation.
That's
definitely will do.
That's actually so scary.
Yeah, no,
because a lot of money was given to that.
Yeah, no, it's like I said, it's at 1.2 now. It could be at 1.3. I don't know when it's going to stop. And people are still giving.
That's a crazy
because we're on like you can be the world of Twitter, the world of Instagram, the world of Facebook. They don't always
they don't mesh
cross over and that. So if you sit on one app a lot, you may not know about the conversations happening on Twitter. You know. Now I understand why through history a lot of people don't want to be at the forefront of the movement. But bro, great people than you have like put themselves in the firing line. Yeah, for sure. If you want to heavies ahead, you can't hide for me innit. Not saying I'm gonna be the next Malcolm X, but like if you want to assume that position, right? I don't think you can hide innit. I get it. I do get it on one hand, like self-preservation and that, but like the community need to know who you are. And once you start doing a secrecy thing, you're already building distrust innit. And you're already fragmenting too much innit. So cool. If you're not black, stand up and say why you're doing this, who you are, and that.
Yeah. That is very weird.
Yeah, look at H's face.
It's
like,
uncomfortable.
You know.
But I think that